in the and stretched in the lobby. So I used to know where all the plaques were. You know, Coach Colabro was the first on by the door, and it kind of went around the now they're on the pillars of the building. So it's pretty cool. But your perspective changes as you get out of school. I'm an educator. I work in the central office now in Fayette County, and my perspective of this moment. There's one thing that I thought of as I was thinking about this. In about 2006, there was a small controversy here on campus. It wasn't anything big, but if you remember those, there's those bronze mountain lions out in front of the library. There's a small one, and I heard some laughter out there. I don't know what you're talking about. There's the, I guess they're called cubs. I didn't look this up. There's the small one, and then you have the full-grown mountain lion. And the message is, you go through the door, and you go from one to the other. Well, I've been very blessed. The Lord's blessed me. I had phenomenal parents, grandparents. All three of the coaches that I've had in my life are sitting right here. Paul Coon, Mike Cox, and Howard Nipper. I mean, I've had great coaches. I've really had everything. The table's been set for me to be here and to stay here this morning. But as I've gotten into education, I realized just how blessed I really am. And we live in an area here in southern West Virginia where the vast majority of kids don't have that opportunity. They'll never have the opportunities that I have or have the plate set for them. And there's nobody to help get them from the small line through the door to the big one, to the full-grown one. Part of my job, unfortunately, is I have to go around and when certain kids get in trouble, I'm the one who goes and officially kicks them out of school. And so I've been doing this job almost a year and a half. And I'm trying to think in my head how many I've actually had to do this for. I think it's about 35 or 40 kids that I've had to put out of school for a certain amount of time. And, you know, usually not an expulsion, but in the worst case, it's an expulsion. I have never once, to this day, not once, sat across a table from a biological mother and a biological father. And I very rarely sat across from two parents. If I'm lucky, I get a grandparent, a foster parent. That's the telling statistic of our time. But sitting right here in the middle of southern West Virginia is this university, like a beacon of hope. Coming out of this university are people that are sitting in this room that have our pictures on plaques, who have a story to tell, who have learned the lessons of teamwork, who've had coaches, teammates, who've had to grind and do the hard things, the difficult things to get where we are. And we have lessons to pass on. We all have lessons to pass on. It's been my privilege when I was coaching high school. I sent 6 people, I think 6 boys and girls, to this university to run for Coach Cox. Now, statistically speaking, 4 of them got degrees from somewhere. 2 of them left out of here champions and school record holders. As great of an honor as this is, that honor is far better. That's a far greater honor for me. To know that I set the plate for 2 champions and 2 other graduates to get a college degree that helped them beat the odds, beat the statistics of southern West Virginia where they all grew up. So my challenge to all of us here today as Friends of Concord, Hall of Famers, alumni, is to pass on and pay forward the lessons that we've learned here today to somebody in your lifetime. Thank you very much.